And so in this video I'm going to review the ONN Android TV UHD Streaming Device. You can buy it right now on Walmart. I'm going to just go ahead and say this is the best value in streaming devices out there right now. It only costs $20. It gets you really good streaming performance for the money there. It's really hard to beat. I would say the main competitor for this device is like a Fire Stick. These can be had for like $30 when they go on sale. They're typically $40 or $50 if you just go on any old date on Amazon to buy it. It runs stock Android. It's super fast and super responsive considering its price. It's faster, in my opinion, it's smoother and more responsive than a Fire Stick 4K. There's a nice white remote with shortcut buttons on it. It operates on Bluetooth. This uses a typical HDMI cord, which is actually included in the box, so you don't even have to worry about that. When you think about it, just to buy one HDMI cord, you're paying maybe $6, $7, $8 on Amazon. And for another $12, you get this. So this comes with the HDMI cable, the remote, and the power supply needed. One of the cool things about this device, it does have a Chromecast built right in, so if you like just casting your stuff from your phone or from your iPad, you can do that. You also have a nifty like Google button on your remote that you can use voice search as well. All works really well. It's very responsive. So if you're deep in the Google ecosystem, this is a really good device. It's a good option. So the ONN uses a stock version of Android TV, which I prefer to the Fire Stick's OS, which is Fire OS, which is a reskinned version of Android. It has a lot more bloat on it and it doesn't run as smoothly. This is super smooth. It's way simpler, has less ads all running in the background. It's just good to go out of the box and it works really well. So I basically bought this device to replace an Apple TV 4K, which actually died on me with no apparent reason. It just stopped working. For now, I thought it'd be like a stopgap for me to like buy something in between and just to test it out and see if I liked it. But to be honest, I think I'm going to continue using it. I like it so much. It actually does Dolby Atmos, but not in all the apps, and that is basically dependent on the app developer enabling Dolby Atmos. But this is more than capable of handling Dolby Atmos. I've seen it work. There are a couple of things that this thing does better than the Fire Stick. For one, if you have an HD HomeRun, which a lot of people do have these days, you can actually watch encrypted channels like HBO or Showtime or Cinemax. As far as the issues with this thing, really aren't many issues. Fire Stick's a little easier to hide behind your TV. This not so much. This would probably, as you can see, it's similar in size. It's not like it's huge or anything, and it's pretty light. It's about the same weight, I would say. You could probably just put it behind your TV very easily. It's very small, and just hide it. One of the caveats being, I wish that the HDMI and the power connector were on the same side of the device. They're on opposite sides, but I guess that's one of the one of the drawbacks of it being such a cheap device. That maybe it was easier to produce that way. Very few drawbacks given the price, and what you're getting for the $20 is pretty incredible. It was so cheap that I not only bought one, I bought two. If you're finding this video useful, I would really love it if you could hit that little subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. That would be really great. And let's keep going. So let's go ahead and see what comes in the box here. I guess you got a little easy setup guide there. The actual streaming device. The included HDMI cable and the power supply. We got the remote here, which they do include some batteries for the remote. And we got here's the remote here. There's a shot of everything that's included in the box, including the batteries, and yeah, everything you need to get started. I just wanted to give you a quick little comparison of the Fire Stick versus the ONN. I should say this is the Fire Stick 4K, which is the only version that I would buy personally, or you can buy the Max. Similar in size, it's just, this is more of a rectangle, this is like a curvy little square thing. Remotes are about the same size, but I think the ONN has a slight, I think it's a little more sleek looking, that it's like nice and white, and it does have those shortcut buttons, which I think is a plus. So squarely in the Google ecosystem, which is nice. And you can use this remote to control your devices and stuff. It does have infrared as well, even though it is Bluetooth. So I'm going to give you an example of the Google search using the remote. Play Tiger King. So yeah, it's opening Netflix now, and hopefully it should take me to Tiger King. There you go. Got me to Tiger King. Let's try something different. Find horror movies. So I found me horror movies on Netflix. So, but if I go to the home and try the same search, find horror movies. It gives me a bunch of different options from different sources. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit the home button here, and then there's a nice shortcut for like settings as well, which is kind of cool. And I'll show you what the settings look like. It says Ethernet connected because if you use a USB little dongle device, you can connect Ethernet to this as well. You can go to device preferences. This is fully up to date. This is running Android 10, which is kind of cool. This gives you an idea here. The display, I got it set to 4K at 60 Hertz, working fine. I currently have it at HDR auto in case if you play back some video that isn't HDR, it'll just play it in SDR instead of HDR, instead of converting it to HDR, which this is what I would recommend. Leave it in auto. Yeah, and CEC is this device can control other devices via HDMI. I usually leave that off. And sound, I have it set to Dolby Digital and Dolby Digital Plus on. You're gonna want to leave this on in case there is an Atmos track. I would definitely leave Dolby Digital Plus on. And surround sound, I just left it on auto. And that's about it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and hit the Disney Plus shortcut. Should take me straight to Disney. There it is, Disney Plus, loading up. Here's a Netflix shortcut, YouTube shortcut. YouTube, see how quickly it loads up, which is quite nice. So I'll hit the HBO Max shortcut. The HBO Max button isn't opening up the HBO Max app, which is right there. Hey, 3 out of 4, that's not bad. I just like the simplicity of this interface. It's just, 3 little, you can personalize this later. I haven't even done this part, but you can personalize this to get recommendations set up. I haven't even done that. I typically know what I want to watch, and here are your apps. If you want to add something to your favorite apps, you just scroll all the way down and hit the plus button here, and then these are the options. These are the only other apps that I don't have on the favorite line there. Or I can hold it down. See, I just held down ESPN. I can remove from favorites just like that very easily. Here I'm just holding the button down, going up to remove, and that'll clean it up. Kind of gets me all the apps that I'm basically using. It does give you some recommendations down here. This is Apple TV Plus. I just wanted to demonstrate how it does support Dolby Atmos. And I'll give you the information there. There you go, Dolby Atmos / Dolby Digital Plus. I'm gonna load up HD HomeRun real quick and show you that it'll actually play the Fox News channel. As you can see, it's playing Fox News with no issues, and the interface actually works. It's one of the smoothest HD HomeRun app experiences I've ever had. I'm gonna go to Fox Business. I don't have any HBO or anything. This is why these are the only encrypted channels that I have, as far as I know. And as you can see, playing with no issues. I'm gonna attempt to play the 4K version now. Let's see how it works. So it's playing back the 4K file just fine, 4K. It's transcoding the audio. Just to double down, I'm playing Finding Nemo here, copying the video and transcoding the audio just fine. So obviously working great for Plex as well. So I'm going to recommend the ONN UHD streaming device. I think it's a really good option, especially at 20 bucks. There really isn't anything that can compete with this as far as I'm concerned. The fact that it has a built-in Chromecast, it can play back out Dolby Atmos, it does HDR as well. I think it's a no-brainer, honestly, and I think it's a very solid competitor against the Fire Stick. So yeah, absolutely will recommend this product. If you have any questions about the ONN Android TV UHD streaming device, feel free to leave them in the comments. It'd be really great if you could give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.